next writing hack is how to equip others to sell your vision. How many times have you been in a situation like this, where you have essentially sold your idea, your product, your service into somebody who's at a mid-level of management, and now you hear those words, "That's great, I love it. Now, if we can just get Barb or Bob or whoever to sign off on it." So at this stage, you can either get frustrated, or instead of grinding your teeth, you can recognize that this is actually a fantastic opportunity for you to put your writing skills to work. There are 3 strategies that I'd suggest can be helpful at this point. One is something I call the pointed cover letter. We often forget the power of a cover letter. The cover letter is what gets somebody to read your proposal. And in this case, where you're working with an internal champion, the cover letter can actually equip that champion to use your proposal in a persuasive way. So here you see an example of a cover letter. It starts with a little thank you, and then you'll find attached the document. Then what it does is point the internal champion's attention to some very specific parts of the document. So by doing this, it's almost as if you are placing yourself by that champion's elbow, so that when they're sitting in the boardroom with Vince, you're directing them and say, show him this, show him this, show him this. So that can be an effective way to work with an internal champion. The second strategy is to customize a piece of collateral. Never underestimate how much customizing something can increase its level of persuasiveness. So here's a very simple example. This would be a little one-pager that I might use in various situations, and you can see there's a quote block, and that's something that I can very easily customize for the particular audience. The third strategy I'd suggest takes a little bit more effort, but is worth it if the stakes are high, and that is to create a one-pager or a deck. Now, as you create this, my advice would be to think about who's presenting it. It won't be you, but it will be that internal champion. So coach it in language and in a form that will be comfortable and natural for that person to use. Sales, as I'm sure you know, is essentially a team sport. So when you're selling into a larger organization in particular, the question is, how do you equip that internal champion so that you're all part of the same team, and they will make that final shot. They'll sink the ball into the hoop. Your goal at this stage is to give your champion all the tools they need to make the shot.